to an all-new episode of Wise Words. You ask, what are wise words? Guess what they are? You send me in letters, I get letters. I get lots and lots of letters, I hope, and I answer them and give you the best advice that this old 76-year-old broad knows. Okay, here's an interesting one. It's a crazy story. Crazy. A little while back, my roommate was contacted by a wealthy man in the area who wanted to pay her to be his live-in pet for an entire month. She thought that this was a cutesy way of saying that it was a sugar daddy baby arrangement. Turns out what he actually meant was she would be given a room, board, and a very healthy allowance to spend a large portion of her day dressed as a cat. Walking on her hands and knees, eating out of a bowl, using a litter box, and yes, sleeping in a little cage at night. Sex wasn't even on the table. He was only interested in having a human cat for a month. She seriously considered the offer for a weekend and then politely declined. The allowance would have covered her college tuition for the semester. He knew what he wanted and was very motivated. Oh, I love this story. It reminds me of, different people who have approached me to be their sugar babies. One person was somebody who had a foot fetish. He just loved feet. And that was his thing. I don't know, he took care of his mother's feet. That's fucked up. I'm just saying. Hello, he had a foot fucking fetish. And believe me, it ain't fun to have a foot fetish because I had to cut my dad. I didn't have to, but I gave my dad pedicures, and he had the worst. Oh my God, this man had bad feet. But he was my dad. That's a whole other story. Cat, meow, 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 meow. Anyway, there wasn't sex involved. That would concern me. So, it's kind of strange. People have the weirdest fetishes. Okay, on YouTube, TikTok, people will approach me from the weirdest, craziest things. Like, will you be I want to pay for everything. When people send me those kind of messages, I'm like, I have a husband. I don't need you to pay for anything for me. It always starts off the same way. I really think you're gorgeous. I want you to let me pay for you. I'll give you $500 a month just because. Sure, just because, right? Anyway, would I agree? I don't know. I'd have to think about this one. If I was real broke, it just depends on how big that cage was, is all I'm saying. What kind of a costume would she be wearing? Meow, meow. Okay, having a human cat for a month. Oh, I think that's kind of eating out of a bowl? I don't think so. The bowl would have to be on the fucking table for me to eat out of it, not on the floor. Because my cats eat, they do eat on the table. I do give them food. Anyway, sleeping in a cage, dressed depends on the cat, walking on your hands and knees. This one really slays me. I love that. She considered the offer for a weekend. I don't know. I might think about it if I was in my 20s and really desperately needed the money. I might think about that. That's kind of strange, but there are people like this. I don't know where these fetishes come from. I have no idea, okay? It's like people who eat paper, okay? There are people who eat paper. I don't know what that's all about. Do you? Anyway, I don't know. I don't have an answer about this, so I'm just saying, you know what? I don't know. And if I don't know, I'm not going to give you an answer. But remember to email me at wisewords@jltv.tv, and maybe I'll give you an answer. This one has got me stumped, because I probably would have thought about it in my 20s or 30s, because there were times when I didn't have money, I used to bring cans back to the store to get change that way. But I never thought of being a cat. Although my cats have a great life. So, I love you all. Bye.